Jackal and the War Drum. Namaskar kids, I am Partho Ghosh from the Vedic IQ. In our last video, we learned about Damnak's encounter with the king Pinglak and how he advised the king not to be afraid of near sounds. He shared the story of the jackal and the war drum to teach the king an important lesson. Now, in this exciting video, we will delve into the story of the jackal and the war drum in detail. Are you ready to join me on this adventure? Great! So once upon a time, there was a hungry jackal who was desperately searching for food. In the search of food, he found an abandoned battlefield where he heard loud and strange sounds. Filled with fear, the jackal thought, I must run away before the creature making these sounds catches me. But then he stopped and realized that he should find out the source of these noises instead of running away blindly. Curiosity taking over, the jackal cautiously followed the sounds until he discovered a huge drum. Every time the branches of a tree above brushed against it, the drum made the noises. Relieved, the jackal started playing with the drum, hoping to find some food inside. He even entered the drum by making a hole. However, he was disappointed to find no food inside, but he comforted himself thinking that at least he overcame his fear of the unknown sound. This was the story of the jackal and the war drum. Now I have a question for you kids. Have you ever wondered why it is important to investigate the things before making any judgments? Can you think of a time when you were scared of something, but once you understood, you realized there was nothing to fear? Remember, curiosity and knowledge can help us overcome our fears and make better decisions. So, stay curious. So after finishing this story, Damnak advised the king not to be afraid of the sounds and requested permission to investigate the source of the sounds. The king agreed, but he was worried about Damnak's true intentions. He thought, Damnak may have a grudge against me for humiliating him once. Such persons seek revenge. I should not have taken him into confidence. I will keep a watch on him. Wise men have always said that it is difficult to kill even a weak man who does not easily trust others, but it is easy to kill a strong man who readily trusts others. As Damnak ventured towards the source of the sounds, the king kept a watchful eye on him. Damnak approached Sanjeevak the bull and realized he was just an ordinary animal. This discovery delighted Damnak as he saw it as an opportunity to regain the king's trust. He believed that the kings only listen to their ministers when they are in need or distress. Now let us pause for a while and revise. Tell me kids, what was the true intention of Damnak the jackal behind helping Pinglak the lion to overcome his fear? Is it because he genuinely wanted to help? Is it because he wanted to seek a revenge? Or is it because he wanted to do the king a favor so that he could be in his good books? Kids, Damnak wanted to be in the good books of the lion so as to affirm his own position in the eyes of the king. Now, let's get back to the story. So, excited about the revelation, Damnak returned to the king and shared the news. The king, who was secretly watching him, was impressed by Damnak's honesty. He agreed with Damnak's findings and decided to take him back as a minister. Damnak rushed back to Sanjeevak and informed him that he could meet the king and join his service. However, Sanjeevak the bull was hesitant and fearful of meeting the king. He sought assurance from Damnak that no harm would come to him. Damnak assured Sanjeevak that he would be safe and told him to wait for the right time to meet the king. He came back to the king and described Sanjeevak as an extraordinary being. He claimed that Sanjeevak was the bearer of Lord Shiva and had permissions to graze in the nearby grasslands. But kids, in reality, who is the bull of Shiva? Correct. Nandi is the bull of Shiva, not Sanjeevak. Anyway, Damnak convinced Sanjeevak that the forest belonged to the king Pinglak, who was the bearer of goddess Chandika. The king agreed to meet Sanjeevak and provide a separate space for him to graze. But he expected assurance from the bull as well. Damnak went back to Sanjeevak and advised him to not let his new position go to his head. He emphasized the importance of working together for their prosperity. Sanjeevak listened attentively, and when Damnak mentioned the story of the fall and rise of the merchant named Dantil, Sanjeevak became curious and wanted to know the story. Do you want to know the story as well? I know you do. Well, kids, in our next exciting video, we will reveal who Dantil was and what his story teaches us. So, stay tuned for more fun, adventure, and valuable lessons from Panchatantra. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and never be afraid to ask questions. Goodbye, little friends. Namaskar.